the new entry, Ahavat Ish Veisha, the love of a man and a woman, right? Husband and wife. He says, Ahavat Ish Veisha u'davar shebechova shebeneim ahava azah. It's very important that a person has a very great love for his wife. He says, because Chazal say, Masechet Yevamot, Hayav le'ahava kegufo lechabdah yoter megufo. You have to love your wife like your own body, and you have to honor her more than your own body. So therefore that means that if a person doesn't want himself to have lack of sleep, doesn't want himself to suffer and have pains, he's very meticulous to take care of his body. He has to love his wife just like he loves his body. He has to go and take care of her. There was a guy who took his wife to the doctor and told the doctor, "Doctor, we have a hurting leg. It's not her, it's we. It's together, we're one." So therefore a person has to make sure that he cares for his wife like he cares for himself. You take care of your arm, you take care of your leg, you take care of your wife. And what? He has to honor her more than his body. A person who goes and he gets beautiful food, beautiful clothes, he buys for himself Balenciaga. He buys for himself Ferragamo. He has to have for his wife Yoter Megufo, more than his own body. You buy for yourself a certain level, you have to buy more for your wife, more than yourself. So you have to honor her more than your own body. And he has to not withhold his love for her and from the service of Hashem. So he says, but the Perkei Avot says, Al tarbesi hai ma'isha. It says, Perkei Avot, do not talk too much with your wife. Why? Because whoever talks too much with his wife, gorem ra'a le'asmo, he might bring detriment to himself. That means that a person should not take spiritual advice from his wife. He should listen to his rabbi, and he should listen to Da'at Torah. The Gemara says in Masechet Bamitzia, Nuntet Amud Aleph, in 59a, it says that a person has to listen to his wife. The Gemara brings a contradiction. Do we have to listen to our wife, or you're not supposed to listen to your wife? You're supposed to talk to your wife, or you're not supposed to talk to your wife? So the Gemara says depends. If it's for spirituality, then you don't listen to your wife. You have to listen to yourself, you have to listen to your rabbi. But when it comes to Gashmiut, when it comes to how the house looks, or what we're going to buy, where we're going to go, then you should listen to your wife. You should be very careful to listen to your wife. So your wife wants polka dots on the walls, you should listen to her. You should let her be. Who's more home, you or her? She is, so she has to be comfortable. No, I want to choose the curtains, I want to choose the furniture. So don't listen to me, don't listen to her, listen to me. Person has to go and listen to his wife, says the Gemara, when it comes to Gashmiut. Says the Pele Yoetz. And you have to love your wife, how much? Not her body, her soul. You have to love her soul, which means you care about her neshama, and you have to teach her. A lot of times men become very religious. They pray nets, they go shiur, but the woman, no shiur, no nets. Where are they going to get all the spirituality? The husband's over here and she's still over here. So therefore a person has to let his wife learn. She should go to lectures too. You should teach her. We said, why are the girls' school called Bet Yaakov? It's called Bet Yaakov, the house of Yaakov. They're only going to be proper women if you make your house into the house of Yaakov. When you bring all the beautiful fragrance of Torah that you have inside during your day, you have to bring it home and let that fragrance spread in your house as well. That way it'll be a home of Yaakov. That's where they're going to be the woman of Am Yisrael. So you have to make your house of Yaakov. You have to teach them tzniut. A woman should not become immodest because of the husband. You say, no, I want you to dress immodest. No. You have to love her soul. You have to not let her become a tool for sin. Don't make people look at her and make people stumble by looking at her immodestly. So therefore a person teaches his wife to be tzanua, teach her not to speak Lashon Hara, teach her not to get angry, teach her emunah. You have to make sure that she doesn't do bad things against other people, teach her the laws of brachot, the laws of Shabbat. You have to go and teach her any beautiful story you hear during the day, you share with her, she gets Yirat Shamayim from you, what only you have to grow, she also has to grow, and you have to love her soul. And therefore he says, be careful, to love her also means when she doesn't listen to you, if she doesn't listen to you, what happens? You should be very careful not to get angry at her. People told me, Rabbi, it's called zan. Women are zan, and zan means to hit. Paluchits, you have to go and hit them, right? No, God forbid, he says, Chalila v'chas. He says, God forbid you should degrade her, God forbid you should curse her, God forbid you should put her down and hit her. He says, Minhag, Burim, Rikim, Pohazim. People who do this, they're empty-headed, they're not knowledgeable, they're fools who do this. And that's why Rav Avraham Azulai says that, Alav Shalom, the grandfather Chidai, says, your wife is your mirror. If your wife has an issue, it means you have it as well. So therefore, there's no point. The Gemara says, if you have zechut, your wife is the ezer, she's a help. If you don't have zechut, kenegdo, she's against you. And some say menagdeto, some say she's going to hit you. if you don't have zechut. So it depends on you. It doesn't depend upon her. Hashem makes the vizavik zivugim. Hashem gave you this woman for a reason. And if you have the zechut, she's going to be on your side. And if you don't have zechut, she's going to be, God forbid, the opposite. So we're also okay to love our wives and have zechut.